What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. John Moore selling out on Market Watch? Weird. So Zero Damage Gaming approached me, and they have two awesome playmats, and one of these I think could go up over time because they're gonna do a limited edition run with it, and that is the cloth snack and bun mat. They're only printing this for 2 weeks, taking pre-orders essentially, and then they will not run it again from what I understand. Limited print run. So the snack mat itself is really awesome as well, and I'm gonna show you these in person, my concerns, and what I think about them. And overall, I think the rubber mat is really freaking awesome. I think it's going to be my new mouse pad downstairs. It's got this almost holographic sheen on it. And look at how the zones actually get covered by the snack, yet are so light on the rest of the background. I personally am a competitive player. I want zones on my playmat, and I really like this one. My concerns come with the cloth mat because it's a material I'm unfamiliar with. This is lighter than any cloth mat I felt. It's almost a canvas-like material on the back, and it's like none I've ever felt before. And the stitching is really premium, actually, but my concern comes from on the back that you see the creasing. I don't know that over time it might not come out. Like right now it does while it's brand new, but I'm unfamiliar with this fabric, so I'll try to hear more from them about that. But that's just my main concern, is creasing over time. Weird having to take care of your own products, gosh dang it. But taking good care of things comes with the territory with any playmat, I feel like. So rubber's just typically more durable. This will be available for all time, and you can get 10% off of these with code What's Good 10. So you got a promo code for 10% off. I'm gonna give away one of these mats. So in one of my live streams, I'm gonna pick a random person from the stream. I'm gonna duel you. So if you win, you better be ready for a duel on Dueling Book. And if I win, I choose which mat you get. If you win, you choose which mat you get. So you better win if you want to guarantee which one of these you're getting. But I will choose if I win, because maybe I want a new mouse pad and want to keep the rubber. So let's go ahead and get into today's Market Watch. And again, this being limited might go up. I really like this bun design. I wish they honestly did have the confidence to do it as just a rubber mat on its own, because it's a good freaking design. But I get that Sneck is the meme and Sneck sells best. Savage Strike Special Editions are here, and prices are falling down, and I am freaking happy with this, except for Phantasme, the elephant in the room, the first thing I'm showing you, right? So, at $103, this is actually down versus where it was, and I think it'll continue to go down a little. I don't think it can bottom out past 90, though, with the current format and how things are, and this is really unfortunate. Like, I think it's going to cling to that price till the Megatons, because I don't think this will get shoved in Battles of Legend, but again, with Konami, you never know. So people are asking me, should I get them now? Should I invest in them now? For the actual amount of time you will get to play with these up through the WCQ, and if you are planning to play in the WCQ, yes, unfortunately, I think these are what you have to invest in. I don't think Solomon Greats will be getting hit on the April list already, even though they're very dominant. I think it would be too soon for that product. I think they'll get the same kind of run that Domain Monarchs did, and I think they'll be fine for the WCQ. Therefore, Phantasme is a necessary evil, and that's why people are going crazy for it. When we look around, though, Pot of Extravagance called it $50. Ah, music to my sweet ears. Actually, 49 here, and also 49 here before 50 as well. Multiple copies at 50 on the market. I said once the special editions came out, this would tank down to 50, and honestly, this is way faster than I expected, so I would hope that it would continue to go down. But I think it's going to try to claw and hold on and sink into this place within the market. Personally, it's just not in enough decks. Guru Control, great deck. Alter Guy's pretty good deck. But I don't think it's in enough decks within the metagame to warrant this price. Now, there's a lot of rogue players who want to get their hands on this. And I know people that have been saying, hey, I'm going to wait till this is 50 to buy it. So I know people are going to jump on this price point, and that's might be what's going to keep it here even for the unlimited copies. Royal Savage Dragon falling from 22 towards 18. Wielder falling all the way to 12. And oh yes, Sunlight Wolf down under $6. Remember when people were spending $12 on this just a couple weeks? I remember half the price for a rare. Oh, that sounds good. And this is still really high for a rare, don't get me wrong, but for a 3-of in such a competitive strategy where so many people have obtained it, this is like water in the desert. This is nice. Kuriboh down from $8 towards $6. Like, everything has fallen in these past 2 weeks, and it's just awesome. I think this was towards 6 at one point, if I'm not mistaken, and now we see it towards 4 as well. Everything is just awesome. It's going down in price. You have your investment points, maybe if you think Danger will get hit on the ban list, but you think the engine will continue. That's newer to hit. If you think Sneck and Nessie and Jackalope are somehow getting hits already without being reprinted and sold by Konami. You have all these options, and it's so budget thanks to it being top heavy. So Phantasmy also sacrificing himself for the prices on the rest of the set, besides extravagance. Now, let's get into a kind of controversial topic here, and that is OTS Pack 5 and 9. Apparently, OTS Pack 9 is out of stock from Konami, and stores that need OTS packs are going to have it replaced by 5. And I can't find a specific source, and what it traces back to is a reliable source, in my opinion, when it comes to this. Yes, I consider VCTRFS a very reliable source on this, because he said, looks like Ultimate Droll is going to be switching places with Ogre. A hint at it. It's not direct, but if I was you, I would hold on to my OTS Pack 9 stuff and visit your locals to get what little OTS Pack 9 they have. You'll be getting information eventually from Konami about why, and he also drops this in a market watch. Let's go ahead.
Market price is 76. It's going higher. Well, if you have OT Ghost Ogres, you're gonna be a little bit upset, but if you don't have OT Ghost Ogres, like everybody, you won't be. You might have access to this again. Look at that terraforming, $41 market price. Cards roughly around $40. Don't freak out. Don't buy these yet. I'm telling you.
Don't buy.
Go to locals, because there might be something different. You might have some things, another chance, some might say.
So he hints very heavily at it, but I think he can't come out and say it because he's being careful with his wording as an OTS store. But this is the source that I found. Over 6,000 views on this, and I think controversy sells no matter what. You're going to have people who don't believe him, and that's kind of what happened. You see the prices on his market watch. All these are freaking up. It's like somebody is waving their hands telling you, stop, stop, and they're like, I don't think there's a stop sign there, and they go. As a store owner, it's not in his interest as a tuber to sell you false information. So like, this is insane that people are going out and getting this in droves. So tell me, from your locals, are they out of OTS Pack 9? Are they running out of OTS Pack 9? Can they procure any more? And are they replacing it with OTS Pack 5, do you think? What are they getting in? Because that apparently seems to be the situation. And this, again, this isn't drama. I'm citing this. I think he's right. He's a store owner. I would heed his words. It's like he's yelling stop and people are rushing towards it. So the point of this is, any controversy seems to literally sell. And instead of people rushing to make sales, people went, okay, I'm gonna grab this in case it's not real. Like, this happens so many times where we see somebody trying to help and it goes like the other way. This is so weird to me that he's giving the message to get rid of it and that it is just spiking up. Like, it's so weird. So what do you guys think? And I'd love to hear from you, V. What do you like? What's happened here? Please tell me. Like, this is so stupid that people are rushing towards it when you're telling them to stop. Maybe people should listen. Weird thought. Twin Twisters here is towards $6 on the secret rare, and actually on the ultra rare here it's at $5, and there's so many thanks to STF Gaming. So the legendary hero decks, almost every copy of Twin Twisters is towards 5, and we're in a back row format where I feel like this is great against everything but Salamangreats, because if you force the negate, you've wasted a card. Now you're using 2 with Twin Twisters, then you only have 3 left. Like, I don't feel like Twin Twisters is the greatest against Salamangreats unless you're going first against them and you think they're not gonna get rid of this. Like, it's just such a weird card against them. But against Sky Strikers, Altergeist, Guru Control, etc., I like Twin Twisters a freaking lot, and that's why every single copy of it is above $5. So the holos are starting to spike. We look at the ultra rare over here on eBay. The lowest from the structures is $740 on eBay, and they're getting sales. So my thoughts on this are: A, get the secret rare. It's only $1 above the rest, and it looks the freaking nicest. There is the original super rare. That's always nice too, but I'd get the secret rare personally out of all the ones I've seen in person. But again, there's so many different versions that, yeah, they're gonna stay tighter knit together, but one of these is going to pull away from the race and jump up, and I would think it's the secret, although there's a lot of quantities of there too. What do you guys think of Twin Twister being a $5 card on all fronts again? Burning Abyss, this came up in stream. People are like, John, you should warn everybody about Cherubini again. It's coming out later. And I'm like, look, they lost Snow. Accept it. When you lost Snow, you lost Hydralander being consistent. You went from 3 interruptions on your opponent's turn to just Farfa. I'm sorry, Farfa. But seriously, like, they just don't have the interactivity on the opponent's turn, and as a link spam deck, that's where they're failing right now, and Cherubini doesn't help that aspect very much now, does it? So, it does make the deck more solid, if that's the right term. More solid, right? More better. Wrong English, I know. But seriously, I just think, like, Cherubini's not gonna, like, be necessarily there, but I do think people will panic buy things out once again. Farfa was down to $1, it's at, like, $2 right now. I could see it being a $5 card again for a week or two when people panic buy, but realistically, I think people will throw themselves at the market at this stupidly, and I don't think it's going to pan out unless we got Snow back or something like that, which I don't think's happening. Spellbook and Knowledge got a reprint. That's the only reason I'm showing this. It's already down towards $4. I don't see how much further the Ultras are really going to fall, but maybe it just gets printed into Oblivion where the price is irrelevant and it's like $1. But yeah, this is getting a reprint coming up. That's of note. I believe it's in that side set. So its reprint should be a holographic as well. Ghost Trick. Somebody wanted me to cover Ghost Tricks, and basically the reason why everything's so high with the Ghost Trick Supers is the same thing as Madolches. They just haven't been reprinted in forever. Now Madolches have legacy support, so they flipped the freak out from their already high prices to higher prices, where Ghost Tricks have not gotten that kind of nice hand, a Link monster that can set Link monsters. Please, Konami. But seriously, it's just that they're old. It's a deck that people really tie to their heart. It's some people's fans' favorites, and they just haven't got their reprints. That's the only reason these prices are up like this, and they're gonna stay up. It's not like this is some buyout weird freaky thing that happened. Look at the quantities. Yeah, they're low, but they've been here, you know? It's just up over time naturally. Kind of how Madolches did till they spiked until their legacy support seemed really freaking good. Wing Kuriboh level 10 ultimate rare, why not $160? All the Kuribohs are seeing a lot of buyouts for some reason on their collector market. Like, Wing Kuriboh was kind of natural from the GX show, so I've always seen that one as like, hey, that's gonna keep going. But one of my favorites, PCY Kuriboh. This is like my favorite art. This was like 100 something when it originally came out for you old school duelists to remember, and then like I guess the warehouse of them got found and it tanked in price, and it went all the way to $5. And I thought about making a Kuriboh collection out of this specific one at the $5 mark. Now it's 20. I guess I should have. Just put them all in the vault. Now I just have my, you know, personal copies. You can still get this art through other sets though, so that's nice. It's my favorite art, I think, of almost any card because it reminds me of Season 0 art. But definitely, just a note, if you got Kuribohs, a Kuriboh collection, you seem to be doing pretty good for yourself right about now. And the final note, the Mermail Atlantean stuff is getting a lot of combo shouted out for them lately. I saw Triff highlight them. I saw them all come from the Mermail Atlantean group before that. People freaking out what you can do with a single Neptibus. Dragoons is actually at one of its lowest points as they've been relatively outside the meta. Marksman again at one of its lowest points. So if you've been holding off on hollowing out this deck for a while, it's actually a pretty dang good time to for the prices that they've had throughout Yu-Gi-Oh! History. That being said, thanks for watching, and the point of whenever I bring up other creators in Market Watch is to cite the source. I think that naming another tuber but not saying their name, like, oh yeah, another tuber over there, it's very obvious and it'll come out in the comment section, so just take responsibility, say the name, cite your sources. It's being transparent and straightforward. So like, whenever I'm doing that in Market Watch, it's not to throw shade, it's not to scold somebody, and like I said, I think V here is a pretty viable source, being a freaking store owner, to give the hints at what could be coming, and very smart on how he worded it too. Also, remember, Zero Damage Gaming, I'll link down below. What's good 10 if you're interested in these playmats. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy the conversations, and what do you think about everything going on?